Mark plays the captain. You saw him in that, in Doctor Who, and he's here now, and you can't tell us anything.
No? Well, only what's already out there,
I
you
know.
I play a captain from the First World War who's kind of plucked out of time, gets involved. This is Stephen Moffat's last hurrah. It's the end of many eras.
It is. Yeah. It really is. Because if you'd written it, you could have written yourself a massive big part.
I have. Well, I mean, I have got a massive part.
You've ensured that that's going to happen.
No, it was a very touching thing, actually. It's obviously, because I created Sherlock with Stephen, we've been friends for years, and I've written for Doctor Who since it came back. And a few months early this year, Stephen said to me, will you keep the summer free, because I've written a part for you in Peter's last story and I want you to be there when I go. So it was all, we were all... It was the screening the other night and we were all in tears, I'm afraid. But it's happy sad, you know, like Christmas.
Happy sad. It is happy sad. And start of a new era, because we're going to have a female Doctor Who at last.
It's fantastic.
It's really good, isn't it? I think she'll be amazing.
What I love about this, I love the costume. I call it Godspell chic. It's got a lovely early 70s feel to it, which I really like. Yes, I think it's a fantastic choice, Jodie. And as you say, it's a whole new era. And I don't know anything about it, which is a position I've not been in since 2004. You know?
Does that feel strange?
Yes, but it's nice.
It's good. You'll have to watch it like all the rest of us and do that. League of Gentlemen's coming back?
Yes, indeed. We've had a fantastic time doing it. Really lovely, fun to get together again and do it because we want to, not because we have to.
Exactly. You know? And even with 15 years gap, did it just feel really natural to get back into it?
I mean, honestly, I thought it might take... You know, we wrote it very quickly and it was just fun, but I thought when we started filming it, it might take a couple of days to get back into it. But it didn't. No. It was like we'd never stopped.
And you loved it so much, you're going to take it on tour?
We are going back on tour, yes, all around the country, Manchester, Edinburgh, everywhere. And we're also doing Australia and New Zealand, but those tickets aren't on sale yet.
Ooh.
Yes, but so we're going to hit the road again. Yes, it's the closest we ever got to being in a band.
Well, it is like that, isn't it? It really is. That's really good. I don't know where you get the time to do everything. We've just seen you in Gunpowder as Cecil. That was
ages ago.
I know, but it wasn't for us. So we just saw you in that. Of course, Wolf Hall and all of these other amazing... That time, that era is fascinating, isn't it?
Absolutely,
it really is.
Gosh. I think one of the great things about doing Gunpowder as well is that you know, it's often the Tudors get lost, the concentration. The reign of the Stuarts and James and Charles is much less covered, and obviously the Gunpowder plot is one of the most famous, bit. But there's so much more there, which is very rarely explored. It's a very murky time.
It is a very murky time, and actually, what I loved about Gunpowder was it sort of resonated with today.
Oh, totally.
That was the thing.
I mean, there was this is no exaggeration, but the day we were shooting the scene where the letter arrives which tipped them off and warned Lord Monteagle not to go to Parliament, and that was the day of the Westminster Bridge attack.
It's incredible.
And it was just like, well, this is just domestic terrorism, isn't it?
And it's happening now.
Yeah.
The thing, you know, looking back at Doctor Who and also at Sherlock, the fans, they're not just fans. It's much, much more than that, isn't it? There's a massive responsibility when you do something like that people are so enthused about. It must be somehow a bit overwhelming sometimes.
Well, it isn't. I mean, it's very flattering, the incredible attention, especially Sherlock, has around the world, and obviously Doctor Who as well, and 50 years worth of history. Yeah. But at the same time, you've just kind of got to do it your way, and I think that's what people respond to. Otherwise, the tail wags the dog, you know.
Yeah, and then it wouldn't work like that. Do you think we'll see more Sherlock? I mean, I know it's going to be really difficult to get everybody together.
I mean, that's the problem.
I mean, it kind of not ended in a way. It did sort of, but there were opportunities.
Well, we deliberately left it in a sort of happy place where we could go back. Yes. We have no plans at the moment, and Stephen and I are going to do Dracula.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you going to be in it as well? Are you going to write?
Don't know yet.
Oh, God, what part would you like?
Well, the part I'd like, Lorraine, which I will now advertise, is obviously Renfield, the madman. That's the best part.
Yes, it is, absolutely.
Maybe.
But that'd be really good.
We'll see.
But I love the fact that you can say, right, I want to do this, and you just do it. You know, there's so many people that sit and go, oh, I would really like to write a book, or I would really like to like a play, or I would really like to do this, but you actually just go for it.
I've been very blessed, you know, I'm very lucky in my career, but at the same time, there is something to be said for just being, what Woody Allen once said, 90% of success is turning up. Right. I think there's a lot to be said for just getting on with it, really.
You're just doing it and not thinking about reasons not to do it.
Yeah.
Thinking about reasons to do it.
I always say that people ask me advice for writing is the thing that stops people is the little voice in their head saying you know, and then they never literally pick up a pen and a piece of paper. They're afraid to even make the first mark on the paper. And if you can get past that, you're well on your way.
You're away.